Hello, everyone. Today is Friday, March 3rd, 2023 at 7:50 p.m. Well, um, so I didn't realize today is my first video, for today. Well, actually, it's my second because the first video that I did for today was actually the video that I did, just showing that I look very young. I mean, I still look young with the I almost wondered if I didn't do it right though, but with the teenage filter on TikTok, my face looked no different. And I saw some people who actually are young, like in their early 20s, and they do a teenage filter on TikTok, and they still look the same. But it's funny seeing old people trying to do the teenage filter and then get freaked out, and then they said that they laugh and cry because they not sure that they said that it's the first time in so many years that they got to see themselves young again. But I'm 39, gonna be 40 this year, and as old as I getting, you know, I I'm I looked young enough where I couldn't even tell the difference from the filter or the regular picture. The filter was at the top, and the regular picture at the bottom. I don't even really do filters and all the other effects, but one time, um, in the beginning, I tried to do the effect of an alpaca or something. I don't know if that animal called alpaca. I don't know how to exactly pronounce it. I saw it, but I never really heard it pronounced. But I thought it was alpaca, but no, it's alpaca or something. It's spelled that way, but I never really heard it pronounced. So just like I never heard of the name Enclave. I don't know if it's enclave. That is it pronounced that way or what? So anyway, so the weather was so bad tonight. I mean, all day today it was bad. It was cold and rainy all day long. So the fact that it was cold and rainy and storming. Well, I don't know about storming, but it was cold and it had a lot of cold rain all day. So I couldn't I felt like I didn't know whether or not to leave here, and I didn't know where to go. I didn't know where to go, where else to go. So and I'm not going to stay with nobody cuz I already told y'all why. So but um I so I mean, emergency, I just got my social security check today. So emergency, I had no choice but to get a hotel room at least for the day. But I ended up getting a whole week in one of the extended stays. I'm not in an extended stay America, but a different kind of extended stay place that I found online, you know, and I'm not gonna say how much it costs because of the online perps. So I mean, I'm not even gonna give hints because of the online perps. So it's supposed to be cold all week. This coming week, it's supposed to be cold all week. So I paid for my um storage bill and phone bill. That's the first thing, before anything. That's what I pay. when I get my Social Security check each and every month. Just like when I have a permanent roof over my head, I first thing I would do would be to when I have a permanent roof over my head, the first thing I would do would be when I have a roof over my head, like an apartment or something, um first thing I would do would be pay rent and bills before everything else. And then so that that would be first and foremost before anything. I pay the rent and pay the bills as soon as I get my Social Security check. But there was a point in time when I was getting SSI, and it would be like almost half of the what I would get in Social Security. But then that was before the biological parents passed away. So I would get, say for example, if I got like $402 in SSI, and then the Social Security would be like 448, for example. So what I would do, um, when I would get, I would usually pay like the phone bill and the lights and electricity and all that on the first, and then on the third I would pay the rent, because you got until the fifth usually to pay the rent. Whatever place you go live at. So that way all I would need was you know food. And I used to be able to get food stamps so easily, but everything's harder being targeted. Actually, I've been targeted back then, but some people say your targeting gets worse once you are aware of it. Then it starts to ramp up, and you get persecuted and sabotaged even more so than you were you before you realize that you're a TI. You're just sitting there trying to figure out, why is everybody treating you a certain way, or why is it this going on, or why is that going on, or why is it this and that coincidence. And then once you wake up and start to connect the dots and figure everything out, then all of a sudden, the idea of being a threat to the new world order, and you're a nobody just because and you don't fit in with the agenda, and you basically naturally do not fit in. It's like you just naturally don't fit in. Like, even if you naturally never fit in with society, no matter how hard you tried to fit in, you were always shunned and excluded from, anything else that's normal. But they try to tell you to act normal and be normal, do normal. But once they try, if then when you try to do normal, then they punish you for quote unquote copying off everybody else. But y'all say y'all want me to conform to the norms of society, that I have to conform to the norms of society. But then at the same time, y'all always exclude me from society and doing what normal people do every day. I'm being blocked and hindered from what normal people do every day. So, it looks like I'm stuck here, because I'll say that due to me paying simply my phone bill and storage bill, I need my storage unit. The contents that's in my storage unit, I need my stuff. And now I'm away from my stuff in a different city and state, and I hate that. And I'm not going about to get a storage unit. I'm going to try to not get a second storage unit here, because when I was living in Los Angeles in 2011, I had two storage units and was paying on two storage units and being homeless, like paying on a storage unit still in Denton, Texas, and also paying on a storage unit in Los Angeles. No, that was in Long Beach, California, part of LA County. So When I finally got my Section 8 home, then I went um, back to Denton, Texas, just to get all my stuff, and that was hectic to try to go to Denton, Texas, nearly broke, and then try to get all my stuff, and then and then also closed the storage unit in Long Beach as well. I think I closed the one in Long Beach and was still paying on the one in Denton, Texas for a couple of months until, it's like I got in the place in February, and then May, I think it was April or May, that I went down there back over to Denton, Texas to get all my stuff. And it was hectic to try to even go get my stuff. I didn't have nobody or nothing, and they wanted to try to charge me a fee for stuff that I couldn't take with me, and because I needed to get some of my stuff, but being, I mean, so yeah, I mean, certain stuff I couldn't take with me, and I was only able to take, from what I remember, only able to take what I can get on the Greyhound bus, and the rest of the stuff. I mean, and get what I had the money to take on the Greyhound bus, and then the rest of the stuff. I'm glad there was a lady who saved me. That the stuff that I couldn't take. I'm glad she took it for herself, and I guess she must have distributed everything, to her family, and so because they wanted to charge me a big, huge fee, a big dumping fee. And so the lady saved the day by, taking my stuff. Like I had a lot of notebooks, and because I used to physically write out and journal a lot. And now I just do everything on my phone. Like, or I used to do stuff on my laptop when I had a working laptop, But now I just do everything on my phone, and screenshot everything, good or bad. I screenshot everything. Well, not everything, but I screenshot what's important to me, or was interesting to me. So, but anyway, um, so this, like today, I paid for my storage bill and my phone bill, and a week's worth of stay here at this extended stay place. I'm not at an extended stay America. I'm not at one of those. It's a different kind of extended stay at some other place. So so yeah, they have a few different extended stay places that's different from extended stay America. I guess it's local or something different, just like Pensacola had that extended stay Pensacola, which was, people got it confused with with the national extended stay Americas, but they had this local one called extended stay Pensacola, and that was the one where they left all the dog shit and tracked all in the hallway and expected it to be considered normal. I don't want no gnats and stuff in my, or roaches. I already had roaches and stuff in that place, So so I did just enough to pay for my storage bill, my phone bill, and I have a lot of important stuff in my storage unit. So my storage bill, my phone bill, and and let's see, storage bill, phone bill, and a week's worth of stay here at this place. And also and that's so far, yeah, that's all I could afford was one week at this extended stay place. And I got a discount. I got a discount for being brand new here. So the lady was advertising it for $2.99, plus tax. and then she lowered it some, you know. So well, shucks, now I dang. But anyway, I tell on myself. But anyway, I'm not doing anything wrong, but the online perps will make it as if I'm doing something wrong, you know. So as I said, they want to think they got the authority to calculate and dissect everything about me, and they should be going about living their normal lives, you know. But so I mean, I said it's like at first it was $2.99 plus tax, but then she lowered it a little bit. But I'm not gonna say specifically. But but all in all, it was under $400 that I you know, like with the tax included and stuff, it was under $400, but I'm not gonna say specifically how much. So so storage bill, phone bill, I paid for enough for I paid for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Um, like I just, well, I mean, because it's cold and rainy, it's cold and rainy, and so I just, oh, and I bought I had to buy, needed to, and still need to, you know, I ran out of like I'm on my last pad or two left for the bladder pads. So I need to use some of my income money to get some bladder pads, more trash bags, because I'm low on everything, and I just got here. Um, and so I need to buy some more rain ponchos. I don't use umbrellas because what's the point of spending $20 on an umbrella, and the umbrella will still break no matter how cheap or expensive because it being so windy. So for years I have not used umbrellas, and I don't, and because of my OCD, I don't use the $5 reusable. Plus, they don't keep you dry anyway. I use the dollar disposable rain ponchos, and sometimes, even though it says one time use, but sometimes I might use it depending on how durable it is, the brand is. I might use it 2 or 3 times. Like earlier this week, it rained and I had to use a rain poncho, and it was the last one. So I reused it again today, and then that was the last one. and forget. I mean, don't. I mean, y'all remember I just got up here, so don't be so hard on me talking about Candy mismanaging her money and doing this and doing that. I mean, I talked to a lady when I ate breakfast. I talked to a lady today, and when I told her how much my Social Security check is, she even agreed. She said that's nothing, at really nothing at all. And everybody's been urging people with the inflation and rising costs of everything, and shortages of everything. Everybody has been encouraging even the senior citizens to go take up a side hustle, or go get like a part-time job or a side hustle or something to supplement your income, because Social Security alone or SSI alone or a combination of both, it's not enough. The government giving us crumbs while giving foreigners, they treat them lavish. It's just backwards and wrong, you know. So I'm still have had no luck with trying to get another job opportunity. So it look like I kind of feel like what's the point of moving somewhere else and if a lot of states are being affected by what happened with the Ohio train thing. So if multiple states are being affected and people suffering in other states, then might as well stay here. so so yeah, I bought me like so far I got me, you know, um a little bit hygiene items, and I need to get some more, like I said, trash bags, more bladder pads, and a few other things. Um I can't think offhand, but I don't need to list everything. I mean, you know, so I mean, I got expenses and bills too, you know. So um but I like it at this place right here. I like it here, and I feel like, wow, I wish that, you know, I wish I could get a job so I can stay here, you know. They said that this place would have been $1,099 a month if I would have stayed here for the month. But I don't. I mean, but I don't even get $1,000 a month. But that, you know, they said to stay here for a month is $1,099, which is when I try to look into that rooming house or corporate housing or whatever. I try to inquire about that, and they were saying that with the corporate house and a rooming house, that is 2,000 a month. So this right here is $1,099 a month. Excuse me. But you know, I don't really feel comfortable if I'm a grown adult. I'm going to be 40 this year. They don't do it to my twin sister, but they do it to me. If they will count and try to guess out and count and dissect every penny, the online gang stalkers, you know, so that they can further a false smear campaign that I'm mismanaging my money and stuff like that. I mean, I bought a few hygiene items today, um, and I also bought breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I'm glad that they have some healthier. Like for breakfast, what I had was, oh, what did I eat? It was $8, you know, for breakfast. Um, it was okay. What did I have today? Oh, I had some. Well, I try to switch it up. It's like all you can eat, but it's almost the same food every day. Um, but I had, of course, some. I don't know. I've been addicted to the doggone cereal, but I have one bowl a day. You know. So I had some cereal, Apple Jacks, but I had Apple Jacks, and I had scrambled eggs, and today I wanted some buttery sweet grits. So I mean, I yesterday I had cheese grits, so today I just wanted buttery sweet grits. But you know, earlier this week I had like sweet oatmeal, and then another time I had peanut butter sweet oatmeal. So yeah, I had, you know, sweet grits today, sweet grits with butter and some eggs and sausage and cereal. Um, like I had some gravy on top the eggs, and I think I had four small little donut like cake donut bites or whatever. They didn't have extra sugar on it. Um, I think that's all I remember that I ate for breakfast, and then so it was rainy. I wanted to go to Target and get the things that Target or fake Walmart and get the things that I needed to get, but because of the rain and plus me being pressed for time for what I thought was a job interview, I did have a phone interview. But with the phone job interview, what happened was I filled out so many applications yesterday, and I didn't realize that the company, that one of the car wash companies, I didn't realize that the application, yeah, I was sleep deprived and tired. So I didn't, I mean, I unintentionally misread or overlooked, um, that I did not realize that they said that it's a part-time and you need a car. So the interview couldn't continue because I didn't, I'm like, oh, I didn't even realize and I went back and looked and I'm like, oh yeah. So, I didn't realize that I needed a car, and a lot of the jobs you need a car. So the job where I did the drug testing, they went AWOL on me. I mean, I don't even know. That's supposed to be a temp job, or I guess temp to hire, and I haven't heard. I mean, anything back. It was the job with the swipe jobs, and so they say I passed all the background, passed everything, and that I qualified, but then they just left me lingering around. So I just called off the thing because I was supposed to have started to work last Friday actually, and then they lied and said a recruiter was supposed to reach out to me. Well, he ignored me when I said, "Well, do we still have to wear a mask?" Because some people with the C-19, some companies have not updated, you know so some of them still act like they want to be narcissistic and demand a mask, and others act like, I mean, you know others have accidentally, I guess, forgot to change unless somebody mentioned it to them, but um so the guy, I guess he ignored me and went AWOL on me the moment I tried to ask him, would we still have to wear a mask, you know because that's what it said in the thing. But I don't know if it was old, and like some people say, oh yeah, that's old, you don't have to wear one no more. But he just ignored me, and I never heard back from him anything. So that swipe jobs, that assignment or whatever, I guess is out the question. I don't know if they might have another opportunity down the line. I don't know. But that's the swipe jobs. That's the one where I had to take the drug test, and it was like an oral drug test. I never did that before. Any other drug test would be like a urine test. So it's the first time I took an oral drug test ever in my life. The man administering the test, he was very nice and everything. So had to go all the way to Kentucky just to, but I mean, it ain't no big deal because it's not like it's hours away. It's just right across the river. So I'm here in Cincinnati, and I was close to downtown, and the bus was supposed to have taken over an hour to get over here, and I'm still in Cincinnati, you know, at this very second. So the bus would take over an hour, to get over here, and I had to take two different buses, and it would be over 30 minutes for each ride. And so I, after that interview, I had to go pee real bad again, and got some pee on myself, but I'm glad I was able to use the bathroom. Well, with the forced urination, and I was already stinky and dirty, and I had to be on the streets all week menstruating, and which I had to, and couldn't have a shower for um since Sunday. So today was the first day I got a shower since Sunday, and I had to stay in the same stinky, dirty clothes for a few that for at least since Sunday. Excuse me. And I didn't have the money for a shower or a hotel room or nothing, and I had to just suffer with being dirty and stinky. And when you're menstruating, it's a different kind of funk and stink from when you're just regular homeless day to day. I mean, and can't get a shower. Can y'all imagine that? But I had to go numerous days like that, and then menstruating and have to doo doo. Oh, that's the worst. And and then also the forced urination. um, so it was, I think, the day before yesterday. It was Tuesday or Wednesday where one of those days I ended up having to pee what felt like 15 times in one day because of forced urination. But it's not like that every day. But my legs are very swollen up and they hurt really bad and feel like they're about to burst at the seams. So so it's supposed to be so cold. And so they gang stalked me really bad, real bad in the rain, and I couldn't even I was barely able to get my to check out my phone to see when the bus was supposed to come. And one stupid fake bitch bus driver, the bus was supposed to come at 10:15. It did not come at all. And then we had to wait. Oh, thank you. Um so I mean, okay. Hey, I already paid my doggone bills, and y'all still trying to hassle me. So, I mean, well, the online perps, I think I did accidentally slip in one video. But I mean, I get 900. I mean, they already threw that in my face. Oh, you get 900 something dollars a month, and you still begging for donations. You a disgrace. When you try being homeless, I explained everything. So people who have a place to live, they're struggling too. But it's more expensive when you're on the streets. So um I had to get out the cold and the rain. Like, y'all expect me to be outside in the cold and the rain? What's wrong with y'all? So I mean, I had to get some protection out of the cold and rain. And so I mean, I get 9-10 a month. Well, at least that was in Pensacola, but I don't know if it's supposed to stay the same in it might be the same here in Cincinnati. 9-10 a month. But as I said, I got my storage bill and my phone bill and storage bill and phone bill, and they always give me a hassle every time I try to see about the government phones and everything. So I've been dealing with this this phone account for 4 years, about 4 years. But I have a different number now because of the sex trafficker that falsely called himself Darnell Williams. Um, I was forced to change my phone number because of him. So he harassed me on TikTok all off and on all day yesterday, since super early in the morning, in the middle of the night. So yeah, after I did the interview, if it weren't raining, then I would have gone to Target or Kroger or something and get me the supplies that I usually get, at the beginning of the month. Um, so I always, me trying to stock up on hygiene and all that. And even though it's hard, but and as I said, being targeted, they make everything more expensive for you being targeted. So today, when the bus didn't come at 10:15, and we had to wait 30 more minutes in the cold rain, and then so many one headlight cars, so many cars trying to splash me on purpose, and I had to wait all the way. I mean, I left out at 10 o'clock, just after 10 o'clock, to go wait for the bus, and the bus was scheduled to come at 10:15. I got there like 10:08 or something, or 10:07, and was standing there along with a few other people. The bus didn't come, and I like just we all thought it was a doggone shame that's raining. it's raining, and so it's raining, and so I mean, more than so it's like it was raining, and I'm like, well, if this keeps up, if the bus don't come, and it's cold, and it's uncomfortably cold, intolerably cold, and it's raining, I'm like, well, I mean, I couldn't tell them. Well, maybe the bus was trying to do the gang stalking on purpose, to that the bus didn't come on purpose, or try to delay me coming, as part of the gang stalking. I didn't tell them that. But I'm like, wow, they trying to manipulate me to have to be forced to have to spend $30 on an Uber. But I was very tempted, but I'm glad that I didn't. And I had the all day bus pass, and I stood my ground. And I'm like, I'm almost tempted to have to, because we didn't know when the bus was gonna come, so it didn't come the first time, and we stuck out in the rain, and perps trying to splash me, on purpose with their one headlight cars and everything. And so the bus finally came. Like, bitch, what you doing 30 minutes late? So the bus finally came, and then came 30 minutes late, and then I rode the bus, and then I had to connect to another bus. And when I try to go to the convenience store to try to see about getting a couple things, but I got nothing out of there. But I asked, well, do y'all have this? Y'all have that? So then they were kind of at first nice, but then started to act a little weird when I was trying to ask for, do y'all have this item? Do y'all have that item? And so then, afterwards, I have came, on my way walking back to the bus stop for the second bus. They had a white Buick Perps with one small dot headlight, I guess the fog light or something, with a white Buick Enclave. And it was white people in a car that successfully splashed me on purpose with the one headlight, and I stuck my middle finger up at them. And I couldn't record because it was raining too bad, and I didn't want my phone to get messed up, because my phone got nearly messed up the other day, and I'm glad it's a miracle that it's back working now. It's acting real funny. One time earlier this week. So they had a whole bunch of black people with one headlight and strange headlights, tail lights, no license plates, and all that. It's not right, and I get a few Hispanics, but then so wow, I was so sleep deprived, tired, and agitated, and they had the fake McDonald's next door, and I refuse to eat there, because I'm not eating another human being. I'm not, so I don't want to eat there. So do y'all research before you call me weird. So bad enough I be feeling bad because a lot of the food have HEK 293. Y'all can look that up too, Cinemix or whatever. And I just feel really terrible because that certain food might be all they got around, and you're hungry or whatever. So I don't know, but a certain mainstream fast food, and I can't even eat McDonald's anymore because McDonald's makes me sick. And last time I tried to eat Wendy's, it made my body feel kind of weird, and I felt sick. So I don't even try. But so when I got here, the main lady that I talked on the phone with, she was very, very nice. And but they had the other lady, short as hell, old as hell. I don't remember her name, but she like threw up the subtle devil horn hand signs, and the people right next door at fake McDonald's, they had a lot of perps on standby, watching me and monitoring me walk to this hotel. And then the lady tried to give me a key, and I figured that's like when I'm sleep deprived and tired, and they give me the hotel room key, and this has happened a lot. When they give me a hotel room key and they pretend like it works. I go up there, the key don't work, and then I have to come back downstairs and say, well, the key don't work, and then they get an attitude with me and treat me like a pest or a nuisance or something. Like it's as if y'all truly didn't want me in the hotel room after I doggone paid for it. So then afterwards, they afterwards they you know finally fixed the key and let me in, but they give me such hassle and such attitude, you know and then I finally, and sometimes they give me the runaround 2 or 3 times, but this time the lady tried to, and she, as I said, she threw up the subtle devil horns, and I noticed what she did. So she threw up the subtle devil horns, and enough to be just barely noticeable when pointing at the other building. So she had me go out in the cold rain to go across to the other building, and then they had that loud alarm beep, and then she gave me the key, and the key didn't work to the room that she wanted me to just go look at it. But so then I waited for the other manager to come back, and the one that was really nice, and she had they gave me this room. So but they had a guy, and I don't remember the description of the SUV, that when I walked out of the building to go to the other building to see about the other room, just to give it a look, a perp was waiting for me, parked, blended in with the rest of the tenants here. I mean, I'm not gonna say tenants. I mean the hotel guests or whatever. And the instant I walked outside, he pulled out in his SUV or whatever. Yeah, I stuck my middle finger up at a lot of the doggone perps today because I couldn't put their asses on film. I know I tell myself I need to stop doing that. So last night was another night, just before midnight. The bus driver drove slow on purpose, and caused me to. They almost successfully made me miss my connecting bus that I needed to take, and I hounded the bus driver down, held him down. He already. Come on, man. See, that's the noise harassment. So the bus. See, they distracted me. So the bus driver, I just got here, noise harassment already. So the bus driver, in the middle of the night, he had already pulled off the curb, and I was already, waving him down, and he had pulled off the curb, and he was hidden behind so many poles and trees or whatever, and I was trying to get his attention before he pulled off. And I said, I'm sorry, I just got off the previous bus. And like the first bus, they drive real slow. Ghetto, I mean, my own kind, yeah, ghetto bus drivers. They be rude with a bad attitude, and then they see nothing. They don't see anything wrong with deliberately setting you up to miss your connection, your connecting bus. And then you have to wait another 30 minutes out at night, and it's cold as fuck. So then, this morning, super early this morning, um, this bus driver for the past few days, he let us off like right across from the little downtown bus terminal. And so every day he been letting us off. So even though he did say, well, that's not the normal stop, but other people, the other few days, they have, pulled a string and he let us off right there. But today he acted like he wanted to be funny and wasn't going to let us off. It was cold and rainy. So, when I pulled the string, he got an attitude and I had to hear a narcissistic lecture, about how next time don't pull the string because he don't stop right there normally. Well, you've been stopping there normally for everybody else. But because the target, me, you want to just look for an excuse to ruin my day. So, and that's the bus driver that freaking, left. The bus driver that leaves early, like earlier, he likes to leave earlier than scheduled and then goes rest somewhere else and then, sit there and then make himself late for the rest of the schedule. Make us all wait. So so it was cold and rainy all morning, and then they said it was supposed to get worse this afternoon, and I had to hear all day long my phone getting alerts for severe weather and severe thunderstorms or whatever. So I mean, I feel like what's the point of going somewhere else if we all gotta be affected by what happened by the train thing. So in the middle, like last night when I did the video and I uploaded it in the middle of the night, I don't know if I didn't lose any subscribers. I still had my 1,188 subscribers, but they made sure I got no thumbs up and a minimum of 10 thumbs down. I looked in the YouTube studio. 10 thumbs down on that video and no thumbs up. And I probably have more than 12 now because the last time I checked it was 12 on me talking about I don't know whether or not I should, stay here or leave. I wasn't sure. So, 10 thumbs. I mean, it's like, what did I look back and what did I say that was offensive? Were y'all mad at the conspiracy talk, which is the truth, or what? So that video, the perps were mad enough that they turned off the comments in that video and the subsequent video, like the video of me talking about the filter with looking young on TikTok. Both that video and the next video, which was that one, the perps, they turned off the comments. And on the video, like, what did I say so offensive? I'm like, why are y'all so mad? And I know that bothered me all day long about, and then I have over 100 views and massive thumbs down. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if I have over 15 thumbs down now on that video of me talking about I don't know if I should stay or leave. And I'm like, well, did y'all get mad at me for contemplating leaving? Or, or I wasn't, or y'all think I'm foolish for not being sure, or did y'all, or were y'all offended by the conspiracy talk? or or did y'all really think I was full of shit by talking about how many applications I submitted? If y'all thought I was lying and full of shit by talking about I filled out so many job applications, like, what did I say wrong? Why y'all so offended or mad at that video? Um, and then the next video, those I must have had the same people watching, because they're the abusive, narcissistic, fake perps that's gonna narcissistically give me thumbs down or thumbs up based on how positive or how negative you interpret the topic to be. And so then I put in the community post, they make sure they block me from getting any thumbs up in that video too. As I said, I didn't even know until I went and looked back. I didn't know, my money was just about gone by February 11th, and I had got here on the 5th, and I was extremely tired and sleep deprived and dirty and everything, and I was menstruating even then. Yeah, I was menstruating. Yeah, I must tell TMI, because you perps got me in this doggone situation. You ran me out Pensacola, and online perps wanted me out of Pensacola, out of Florida, and everything too. So yeah, I had to have 2 menstruations here in February, and now it's March, and painful, like 25 days apart. One started on February. Oh, what was it? February 2nd, because that was the last day I swam at the pool on UWF campus, and I was in the hot tub, tampon, I use tampon, so I was in the hot tub, and I was trying to soothe the pain of my I was trying to ease the pain or soothe the pain from my inflaming cramps. And like, it wasn't until January of this year, and now I just had my 3rd menstrual period. And sorry for telling TMI, but I'm telling y'all what I gotta go through being homeless and targeted and a doggone woman. So y'all got me out here on the streets. If I would have stayed here all month long, or had a permanent home to live in, I wouldn't even be talking about, the menstruation or pissing and shitting and all that. But y'all, I would have kept, it's easier to keep private, but the fact that the humiliation and suffering being targeted is why I publicly talk about it. And y'all get mad and say, oh, you stink, and you're this, you're that. Well, what else am I supposed to do? You block me from getting a bath or a shower, and then turn around and say, oh, you stink. And that's what abusive, narcissistic perp bullies do. Sabotage you taking a bath, and then turn around, and when you get into an argument, they throw in your face, oh, you stink, you're nasty. And you bastards are the reason why I have OCD. You don't want me spraying rubbing alcohol, which disinfects and deodorizes, but then you say, oh, you stink. So after I got here, I went to Jimmy John's and this other place, this healthy kind of place. I don't remember the name offhand. So, I eat Jimmy John's and Jersey Mike's, but I used to eat Subway, but I try to not eat Subway now. Jimmy John's and Subway, they perk me each and every time I go there, but they don't really perk me when I go to Jersey Mike's, but I seldom go to Jersey Mike's. But I used to go to Subway, but I don't really eat Subway no more that much. But as I said, Subway and Jimmy John's, they perk me each and every time, no matter what location. So, the healthy spot that I went to, the girl was really, really nice, and went out of her way to help me. And then when I went to Jimmy John's, they went out of their way to help me, and I put my phone number in supposedly for the rewards, and I don't know if the guy was, trying to make me feel a certain way, but he told me, because all these emails I was getting about the rewards or whatever, um, I was really confused, and then I wasn't sure if I signed up with the previous number or this number because it's been a while since I had Jimmy John's. I had a bad incident like at the the Jimmy John's on North Davis Highway in Pensacola. They gave me a problem each and every time, and the one downtown Pensacola, they would be fake nice perps and always fuck up my order, always ruin my order. So I mean, today they got my order right, and um, but yeah, the guy kind of made me a little mad about the putting my points in and stuff, cause but I guess it must have went through because I got an email confirmation. So I guess this number must be linked up with my email or whatever. So but I still kind of walked out with a sour taste in my mouth. But I didn't get a drink, but I got the chips and a sandwich for lunch, and then the healthy spot. I mean, I haven't eaten dinner yet, but I was gonna save that for dinner. I got like a healthy kind of wrap or whatever, like a lot of vegetables and a little fruit and stuff. Um, so um, I had to try for the first time the red velvet cookie from Jimmy John's. I'm like, that's almost like the best damn cookie I freaking had almost in my doggone life. But the City Greens in New Orleans, um, they had some sea salt chocolate cookies that were like addictive worse than crack. Like damn, so good. Um, so I mean, I got this healthy wrap for dinner, and it looked big enough that it looked like since I know it's healthy and vegetables, a lot of vegetables and healthy grains and vegetables and stuff, and a little bit pieces of apple or whatever. I feel like I know I won't be able to eat that whole wrap. I probably can only eat half of it. But luckily, thankfully I have a refrigerator. Look, I have a full size refrigerator, a whole doggone kitchen in here. I'm like, this does look half like well this looked like it looks like a well, of course, extended stay. It looks like a mixture of an efficiency apartment and a hotel. So I guess they call it apart hotels or something like that. So it's so they have a stove and a refrigerator and a sink and all that. So if I couldn't eat all the rest of the food, then I can put it in the refrigerator and save it, you know, for the next day or something. But being homeless on the streets, I would have to either, I would have to force myself to eat that whole thing in order to not waste it. So in order to not let it go to waste. But here, I'm not on the streets for a week, thank God. And so somebody just sent me something, so I don't even know if I can extend like a couple of more days in addition to a week. And yeah, I mean, I haven't heard. They said 3 to 5 business days, and it had been 5 business days. I mean, last Friday, I got the fingerprinting for that federal FBI fingerprinting for the other job, and I still heard nothing back, but y'all said y'all hiring immediately though. I couldn't. All these people, they said they're hiring immediately, but then I still have to wait like 2 or 3 weeks in order to start work or something. But I still have not heard anything back on that job where I thought was the most promising or the most hopeful. Hmm. But so I'm praying and hoping that I can get a job this week, soon, if I can get a job. And as I said, was trying to see it. I hope I can luck up and get a job opportunity where they say daily pay, where you can get paid a special pay card to get paid every day. And it don't even have to be temp service on certain jobs. So, but I'm exhausted and need rest. I'm tired. And so, like, I usually, um, uh, I, after I ate my lunch, then I put the healthy stuff, the healthy wrap, I put it in the refrigerator for dinner. And I probably can only eat half of it. Maybe I can eat the whole thing. I don't know. And then, um, and then afterwards, I mean, because as I say, it seemed like, for me to stay here for 1 week um, it took up more than half. Wait, hold up. Let me think. I meant to say it took up more than 1/3 of. It took more than 1/3 of my um Social Security check. It took more than 1/3 of the Social Security check. And then, I told y'all about the bills I had to pay. And, I mean, it would be nice if things can be back to, if I can get help the same way I did when I was in that motel before the incident with Trisha, for a few months after they workplace mobbed me off the school job where I was getting paid every day. That was a temp job, and I had a pay card and was getting paid every day. Um, and I didn't have to ask for nothing. But the online perps were still stalking my GoFundMe like a hawk, and they were harassing me every single day, every day. And so now the GoFundMe was more popular and more famous than this Go Get Funding. I don't. Um, it's like the frequency of getting donations, even though it took me a year and a half to get a total of GoFundMe donations, like 100. I'm sorry, 1,300 something. But the amount the Go Get Funding was more than that. But it's different with the when you try to get a place to live. Like if somebody donate you, if I get $910 a month for Social Security, how it works is they will have like advertise a $700 apartment, and they will reject you because you're not getting 3.5 times the rent. So that's what's keeping you homeless. And so then, like, donations is not fixed or guaranteed income like employment or Social Security. So that's what's keeping this to be like a cycle that's hard to get out of, because if an apartment is 3.5 times the rent, and say if the place is $700, I explained this before. If it's $700, then they want you to come up with $1,400 flat up front, and that won't even matter because my income is 910. My income is not. They would tell me, well, your income would have to be um at least 2,500 a month in order to qualify to get that apartment or whatever. So I don't get 25 something a month. So I mean, even when I was working at Seville Quarter, certain apartments I called around and they told me I do not, like me working at Seville full time at Seville Quarter, it was $10 an hour full time. I was getting like 400 a week, and then getting paid every 2 weeks, and then I get paid anywhere between 550 and the most I ever got was $700 in net pay, or $800 in gross pay. And they reject me trying to get an apartment because they said, well, you had to have had that job for at least 6 months. But due to me being targeted and workplace mobbed and stuff, I don't even get to last 2 months. I'd be lucky if I can last 2 months. One temp job I tried to do last year didn't even last a day. One day. It only a few hours, and they already mobbed me off the damn job. I'm like, this is so wrong. And then within less than 2 weeks, they workplace mobbed me off the Avis job. So they workplace mobbed me off the Avis job also. And I was back to being totally unemployed. And I was trying to work 2 jobs, and sacrifice getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning and being severely sleep deprived and couldn't make it. I mean, it was difficult to try to make it. And in that temp job, I could have been working from 4 p.m. to noon, or at least 11, and then getting paid every day, and not have to hassle y'all and ask, hey, excuse me, y'all have changed. I mean, can y'all help me out with a hotel room? And having a job and being employed, they want you to be well groomed with neat appearance and stuff. I mean, I can't go to jobs stinking and smelling bad. I mean, I had to go to. Oh wait, no, because I was it was like the YMCA was directly behind Seville Quarter. In the YMCA, they bullied, harassed, and mobbed me out of the YMCA and lied on me and wrongfully banned me from there for a second time. I used to work there. And so, I mean, and if I'm just sitting down, if I got a membership and I'm just sitting down, not bothering anybody and just getting harassed, and they're like, well, you have to be active and get up and do something. Well, I'm freaking days of sleep deprived and I just got off of work and I need to freaking rest. And they say, well, you can't sit here all day and it looks like you're living here. And a lot of people, there are numerous complaints about you because of the racist rich folks downtown Pensacola. That's what it was. Covert racist. They're not going to call you the N-word to your face, but they secretly hate you. So, I mean, if I just got there for the day, took a shower, and go charge my phone and everything, if I just got off work and can't even rest for a bit, and they expect me to just go straight up, go exercise on the exercising machines or go swimming or something like that, or I need to be doing something. And Alex Dupree was harassing the shit out of me over there, terrorizing and harassing me and deliberately trying to set me up to get banned. And Alex Dupree, as I said, Alex Dupree had an agenda where he was trying to set me up to get locked up in a mental institution. And he also had an agenda he was hoping that he can succeed at setting me up to get shot and killed by the police, and that he could set up. He wasn't successful. He was hoping he could set up a scenario for me to be shot and killed by the police. And that's very traumatizing. Call the police. That he would. I told y'all what he would do. He was the sex trafficker before the fake Darnell Williams perp, who I never ever saw. And Alex passed the torch on to the fake Darnell Williams perp, who he told me his real name was Marcel Thibodeau. And I even think Marcel Thibodeau got to be a fake name too, because I heard Alex Dupree, that wasn't Alex's real name. It seemed like he was trying to pervert my last name and mix it up with the ex-boyfriend Alex Mendez. What a coincidence. Alex Mendez and Candy Grandpre. And then here come Alex Dupree, which is supposedly not his real name. And and so the perps, when you go to places, they always wear fake name tags. Everything about them is just fake. So if you go to a restaurant like at the Texas Roadhouse Grill in Pensacola and Bodacious, I would see females, a female with a name tag, like, for example, Kenneth. Like, come on, man. Ain't no woman's name gonna be Kenneth. Or a man, like at the Publix in Gulf Breeze, they had a man named Serena. And I did a video about that too. I think it was on my other channel, or probably this one, when I was, staying at that that motel across the street from Publix. The perps figured out where I stayed at, and I walked to the school, which was the job at work. It was kind of dangerous, and they used to perp me. And I remember it was November 18th or so when they had a abusive, narcissistic perp that nearly took my life. He tried to run over me with the car. He tried to run over me with the truck. He was angry and yelling, and turned into the parking lot by the when I was walking on the sidewalk, and we were near the gas station, and he nearly succeeded at striking me, and I could have. I don't know if I would have been seriously injured or dead. And then I had that on video too, and he cussed me out. He cussed me from A to Z. And that was November 2021, and it was a full moon that day. So somebody into the voodoo, witchcraft, occult, or whatever, trying to sacrifice me that day. Oh, the moment I said that, now they're hurting my organs on my right side of my stomach. So I took a shower and got clean clothes on, and so I need to do laundry. I'm too tired to even do laundry. It's too cold all weekend long to go out anywhere. But I thought, well, since I'm here for a week, I don't want to, because I'm here in this extended stay. I got a refrigerator and a stove. But I feel like, what's the point of getting pots and pans to cook? And if I'm only going to be here a week and then I got to go back on the streets and stuff, what to do with the pots and pans? So I'm trying to think of a strategy. I need to think of a strategy because I tried to, last weekend, I tried to have some ramen noodles. I thought it was pronounced ramen noodles, but ramen noodles, and tuna or sardines, and then the ramen noodles made my body feel a certain way. Certain chemicals in the noodles or something made my body not feel right. I think it messed with my blood sugar. It messed up something. My body just didn't feel right. so can't eat the noodles. And I remember I tried, my body felt the same way when I tried to get some food from Dollar General, like some bread and peanut butter from Dollar General. That particular peanut butter made my body feel a certain way. Um, but if I can get me some organic, natural peanut butter and get the Ezekiel 4 and 9 bread, that would have me feel satiated and held over. But see, the Ezekiel 4 and 9 bread, that bread you have to keep it in the freezer, and it'll hold out, for a while, But carrying it around homeless on the streets, oh, after 2 or 3 days, it's gone bad. Like I can't even eat it, like the regular white bread or something. But that has like so many nutrients and healthy stuff. So, um, they still give me a hard time with trying to get driver's license. Well, I already got, the paper license, but I just need to try to get the, um, one day this week I gotta go, and one day this week I gotta go and see about getting the mail if it might have come, because I don't want to go through that hell at the homeless place, the homeless day center, and fighting with other homeless people, because they all want to invade my space. And you a man, and you got all that space over there. No reason for you to because you trying to get in the building, and you try to knock me down to get in the building and walk all over me and bump into me and touch me and get close to me while you bed bug infested and dirty. And you know but I guess I see why some homeless people would be dirty, because they don't give a fuck at the homeless day centers and shelters and stuff. They really don't care. They give you like such a short time to take a shower, and excuse me, and at the homeless day drop-in centers, only a certain amount of people are allowed to shower per day, and even more so, like only 5 people can get laundry done, and only the popular fake favorites can get the laundry and showers done. Well, if you ain't one of the popular fake favorites, ass kissers, then you're not gonna get a shower that day. You definitely ain't gonna get laundry, because you got to be real special ones to get laundry done. So and then with my disability, I try to explain I can't take no fast 2 or 3 minute showers and then be a thorough shower. I took a shower in a thorough one and washed my hair, and it take me on average, if if I'm in a place where I'm comfortable and clean with taking a shower, then it could take me 15 or 20 minutes. But me having OCD, well, I had 2 strokes when I was 5, so I can't move fast anyway. But me having OCD, me having to keep on cleaning and sanitizing and everything. If the bathroom is dirty and I got to take a shower in a dirty bathroom, then it's going to take me longer. So, I don't know how long. And then it also depends on the water pressure too. If the water pressure is good, I can get out of there faster. But if the water pressure if they're stingy with the water pressure, with the water coming down, it take me longer. So, and then dealing with the gang stalking at the that Inslee First Baptist Church and places in Long Beach, California, and also United Ministries in Greenville, South Carolina, and also New Orleans Mission. That what the abusive narcissistic perp staff would do as part of the gang stalking, that they strategically wait for me to get ready to take a shower, The moment I close the door behind myself, they're already bamming on the door saying you took too long. And I'm like, come on, I just closed the door behind myself. Barely even put my stuff down to take off my clothes and go and shower or nothing. Wouldn't even be able to it take me about, I'm pretty sure it take me close to 5 minutes to take my clothes off and get my stuff out and all that. It's like me, I have an OCD. I end up having to do like a certain routine or do things a certain way and stuff like that. But it take me about 5 to 10 minutes to get dressed, and with me, my body swelling, like my legs being swollen, it takes longer for me to get clothes on and clothes off and stuff. And then it's kind of difficult to explain. So I said I was in for the night, but I'm really scared day to day on taking everything one day at a time. I'm really scared. And I like when I took my shower, my whole entire body, from not getting to take a shower for a week, I mean almost a week. It's been 5 days, and to have to be in the same sweaty, dirty clothes every day, and can't take a shower, can't get changing clothes or nothing, be in the same socks, and not take my shoes off for 5 whole days. And so I finally, was able to take a shower, and my skin is itching really bad, and like after taking my shower, everything, like all my skin would, my whole body, my skin would burn. And then certain if I haven't had a shower in a while, certain body parts would itch so bad that I found myself like making sex noises, what would sound like, how when you get a massage or something, and it feels, you get that relief or whatever. Not necessarily sex noises, but you get, like, for me to wash and clean in between my toes that's been itching, or clean my pelvis, or clean certain other areas that if they've been itching, or even my back or something like that. And then you just, you feel uncomfortable and cruddy and itchy, and then it's just that the massaging feeling of cleaning and washing your body and everything. But then all my skin was burned, and all my, in between my toes on both feet, I had to scrub them extra, and because it was itching extra in between my toes, and dry skin, and now they're all cracked, peeling, bleeding, bad athlete's foot and everything. Like, and it's like, I'm just like letting y'all know what I have to go through, being homeless and stuff. And I think I have a systemic fungus throughout my whole body, the candidiasis or candida fungus, throughout my whole body. And I know it's because of the way I've been eating, but then at the same time being targeted. I heard that a lot of targeted individuals suffer the candida with the nanotechnology and directed energy weapons and stuff like that too. And they say that's why you got to keep detoxing. So the coconut oil supposed to help clear it up. It's supposed to help clear it up. I had some coconut oil again this morning, but I didn't do the oil pulling. But I took 2 spoonfuls internally. So I need to try to figure out what is an affordable way for me to have food in here for a week, for a few days, and survive without having to get pots and pans. I don't know if I could just buy me, like, if I can find something, the Ezekiel 4 and 9 bread and some peanut butter and some eggs and take my supplement. Um, Trying to find a way to do this as cheap and affordable as possible. But then I have to buy some utensils, like, go to Dollar Tree or Family Dollar or something and buy some paper plates or silverware, like plastic silverware. And then if I gotta leave out of here, then I have to either leave it behind or throw it away, or like the leftover silverware or something. I hate having to do that. But I wish I had the help where, until I can get another job, I wish I had the help where I can, have enough donations and help every week, until or unless I can get another job. And like what was going on before the incident happened by Trisha. And so since I'm here, I really don't feel like going out tomorrow, but like if try to do like a little grocery shopping, and it's gonna be cold again tomorrow. I gotta go out in the cold, but I gotta get laundry done first, and which I'm too tired. I'm too tired, sleep deprived. Gotta get laundry done first, and then so I gotta get laundry done and clean those clothes and get warm and go and try to finish running some errands and also try to get some groceries or something. And I'm glad the bus system is good, with the frequency and stuff. So if I can go and try to get whatever affordable for a few days. And if I can, as I said, if I can keep having help with donations to stay here. I don't know if that was just a one-time fee because I'm new for a week. If the next week, if they might raise the price, or if I might. It would be great if I don't know if they can prorate or adjust it. That the fact that I already paid, it was over $300 for this week to stay here. If they could adjust it, and if I can get like enough donations, if people can pour out and help me and pull together and help me with enough that if I could have had enough for a month to stay here, if they could help me out, to stay here for a month or so and be off the streets, and then I can focus and work on more. In the meantime, before landing another job opportunity, if I can get adequate rest and also be focusing on more personal writing projects, or if I can work on a novel or two, or if I can work on more short stories or more blogging, or if I can do more research and work on nonfiction ebooks or something, and that's, I don't care what y'all say, it is productive in work, despite what the online perps want to say. They hate everything I do and they don't want me credited with anything good, but to hell with them. I'm trying what I could to live my life. But as I said, I was trying to strive for a job that they have the daily pay option, whether temp service or not. If they had a daily pay option where I can get paid later on that day or the next day, excuse me, and And if it could be at least $15 an hour or more, I mean, that would be great. I mean, I'll settle for like 14, you know, um, but I'm trying, trying to work my way towards self-sufficiency and stuff. So, after my shower, I dozed off and had a couple of hours of a nap, and then I woke up. It was 6:55 p.m. and then I had to go pee really bad. Good thing I had this bladder pad on because I got a little bit of pee. You know, almost didn't make the toilet, and the toilet is just right there. But with the forced urination and all this swelling and fluid retention and stuff like that, I mean, I got me a little bit of sleep. So once me being in here for a few days, then the swelling in my legs and everything will go down. Because even my thighs, all my legs, even my arms are puffed up and swelling and everything like that from not being able to stretch out and lay down and the sleep deprivation and everything, like all the fluid retention in my, as I said, my legs, my legs hurt, and even to touch the skin, it hurts. So dang, I wish I could do it up where if I could give me some pots and pans and some groceries and do a few, I mean, if I could practice, a few YouTube cooking videos. I wish I can, have a blast with doing that and show y'all. I'm from New Orleans, and I mean, if I could stay here for a while and do a few cooking videos and experiment. I'm not sure if they have an oven in here. And, if I can do some cooking or baking and show y'all some videos and write and publish a cookbook. Ooh, I think that's the wind and the bad weather. So, yeah, I'm trying to be optimistic. Stuff like that, But, I'm going to try to keep deep. Wow, y'all hear that? That's that weather outside. It's not normal. Los Angeles, um, Los Angeles, they snow in LA. Come on, man. That ain't right. So my feet are in between my toes and stuff is like my toes are the skin on my toes are trying to split apart on both feet, and it's torture. You hear that howling winds, like the storm or whatever. I don't think it's snowing, but I think it's just rain. But schools were canceled today in Kentucky, in northern Kentucky. I didn't hear about it in here in Cincinnati, but in Kentucky, I heard the weather. The schools were canceled. So yeah, I want to. I mean, I wish I could, make a living writing my short stories and novels and stuff like that. But the perps turn my support away and make sure I don't have nobody. And so excuse me. And I hope I can get to detox this mucus too. You know, but yeah, I know that my immune system is weak at the moment. It's messed up. But the coconut oil is helping, and the bentonite clay detoxification is helping, and the amazing grass is helping some. But lack of sleep, I heard, can um, lower your immune system too. Or lack of proper sleep. And I was starting wondering why. The other day I started to feel scared that I was dying. I'm like, dang, are they trying to slowly? I feel like I'm being slowly killed. Because I mean, with my legs and stuff, I'm really worried about my health and my legs and everything. So I don't know what I'll get tomorrow. Um, and then I don't know. Some people say don't rush to go get your taxes done, and other people say go get it done right away. Um, so I got that to think about, and I got just a lot of stuff with me trying to get settled here, and I don't know if I can land a permanent place either here in Cincinnati or in Northern Kentucky or something. So it is now 9:26 p.m. and it's 9:26 p.m. and I hate eating dinner this late and then go to bed, but at this place you're on your own with breakfast. So I'm not eating McDonald's next door. But I'll find somewhere to go eat. Somewhere to, get something to eat, and I need to see about grocery shopping. Maybe I can get me some trying to get some, if not granola bars, then granola cereal and milk, and I don't know, I'm trying to figure something out. So all I'm doing, excuse me, just trying to survive day to day. Um I'm not trying to live lavish or expensive or nothing. I'm just, wanting to be clean and comfortable and need peace and quiet. So thanks for listening to me. I have the information in the description box. And I mean, I'm still trying to fight, still trying to fight. So thanks. And if I get a job opportunity, I'll let y'all know, hey, I got hired. Or if I was told I was hired for the job with the fingerprinting. Yeah, I was told I was hired. So I don't know. I have not heard a thing at all this whole week. Maybe Monday they might call me in. I don't know. If not Monday, then But I've got backup opportunities. With I try to get I think I have another interview maybe tomorrow, and I think I have an interview on Monday. So I mean, it'll be so great if I can. I mean, I don't mind doing a caregiver job because I used to volunteer at nursing homes, but due to this targeting, make me afraid of people and just want to be alone as much and as often as possible. I'm scared of people. I'm traumatized by humanity. You know. Um. So, thanks for listening to me, and I'm gonna go for the night. I mean, if ain't no more harassment, then I'm gonna go for the night. But I try to say everything that went on between last night and this morning. Um, and so I love y'all. All right, I'll see y'all.